This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful day in 2023. I hope that your holiday was beautiful and that your new year is off to a nice start. And today I wanted to talk about living intentionally as we are in the new year. People are setting new year resolutions, intentions for the new year. It's just a really good time to remind ourselves of what living intentionally is all about. And what is an intention? An intention is just an aim. It's a purpose. It's a focus. If we don't have goals or an aim, then what is really driving us forward? It's always good to have something that we're striving to achieve. It keeps us going and it keeps us focused. Otherwise, we can be all over the place. So an intention is just a goal. It's an aim. And when you are living intentionally, you have that focus or that purpose in mind. So one of the easiest ways to do this is, first of all, to keep your mind clear of excess, of clutter. And one of the easiest ways to do that is through meditation. Exercise can do that. That's one of the things that I really love. I get some of my most beautiful downloads and ideas after exercise, after the endorphins are kicking in. It's usually after I've lifted, when I am finishing up with my cardio. This is when my mind is clear and all those downloads come in. Another time is when I'm in my meditation, right at the end, when I'm so still, the world is shut out. I also get those in breath work. I get them when I'm walking out in nature. Now, let's be honest, I'm not doing a lot of that right now because it's cold and I'm not a cold weather person, but when I'm walking outside, sometimes I get those. And it's usually in the morning when it's quiet. It can happen at all different times. Also, you'll notice sometimes you get a clarity and a download in the shower because there's something about the water, the way it activates against your body. There's cleansing properties with the water. So whatever way it comes in for you, keeping your mind clear and staying focused and aligned with your higher self and your higher soul so that you have space for those intuitive nudges and insights and action steps to come in for you. Also, center yourself in your values. This is something that you can remind yourself anytime you're faced with something that could possibly distract you. Is this in alignment with my values, with my goal? Is this going to bring me closer to my intention? If it's not, then keep it moving. We're wanting to stay in alignment with our highest path. So what are your values? I will say, in summary, my values and what I look for in other people to co-create with, to spend time with, it's pretty easy. I say my values are faith, family, fitness, and freedom. I believe in sovereignty. I believe in having free will choice as long as it's not harming other people. I like to stay sovereign, and I'm not going to get caught up in agendas and mass agendas trying to push harm on me. For me, I'm getting my guidance from my higher self. So I say peace. That is a value of mine. Family, sovereignty, authentic connections, solitude, spending time with people who are authentic, who I pour into and that pour back into me. That's very important to me. And I love to have space and solitude because that's the way that I recharge to do my work. To do this, really the intuitive practices. I mean, I get my intuitive insights when I am in solitude. If I don't have space to hear those messages, then I'm not clear to hear them. I'm not in a space to hear them. So that's really, really important. And then just remembering your intention throughout your day. So something that I've been doing for many years, over 10 years, is every day I will write out 10 things that I am focused on bringing in. So it's an intention, and I will write it out in present tense. And I think I've shared this before, but this practice has worked for me for so long. And I believe I learned it from Brian Tracy many years ago, but you write it in present tense. So I have notebooks. I mean, I'll fill a notebook and then I'll look through it. And it's really interesting because a lot of things end up coming true. I mean, all of them do eventually. And then I start something new. So I'll just start, I'll put the date at the top, and then number one, I write it in the present tense. So I'm making this up, but say your goal is to I know this is a big thing for people at this time of year. I don't know, weigh a certain amount. So I would say I weigh 130 pounds. I earn this much money a year, and I do it present tense. And then writing it out is a good part, but the main thing for me is getting into the feeling of that, how that feels, and setting that intention and that focus and that aim energetically, and you're grounding it on paper and getting into the vibration of the feeling first thing in the morning. That has worked miracles in my life, really. It's been wonderful. And if you're doing a meditation practice, you can also direct energy toward that at the end. So if those of us who do meditation Twin Hearts, at the end we bless the earth, you can use some of that excess energy to bless that project or that intention, your goals, which is really, really helpful. And the main thing is just keeping yourself in alignment. And I know you're really good at that, but these reminders help. And when you're faced with things that are not in alignment with your intention, it makes it a lot easier to say no when your intention is crystal clear and upfront. And the other thing is just writing down your intentions and reminding yourself. So I have sticky notes on my computer monitor that are reminding me of what I want to do, where I want to be. I also set my screen on my phone, my background. I will set my intention, and I will set that as my lock screen. So every time I pick up my phone, it's on my lock screen. I had this magnet that I found years ago, and I have it on my tissue box, and it just says, remember what is important to you. And so I have these reminders that are keeping me in alignment, on track, everywhere. I've also done sticky notes. I put them on my bathroom mirrors. I've placed them in my car. I've put them on my, what would you call that? Just places on my dashboard, but I've also put them in different places on my car. So when I get in, I get the message. You get the point. So I just wanted to offer that today, and we can go into a healing, and I'm just going to flood you with beautiful golden energy to help amplify your intentions and clear out your energy field so that you are clear on what you are trying to manifest and stay committed to going forward. So you can uncross your arms and legs and focus on your breathing. Okay, and so it is. You can come back into your body. All right, that is all I had to offer today, and I want to thank you for all of your sweet feedback, your donations, for showing up and being here, and I want to wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.